Hi, I'm Joey Lott, and this is another video in the series that I call Ask Consciousness Anything. Today's question is an oldie but goodie, and it's an oldie because it's been sitting in the queue for a while because I haven't made one of these videos in a while, but here I am making one now. Now, this question is a little bit long, so I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'll read the relevant bits, and I'll paraphrase the rest of it. And I do want to say that because it's been a while since the person asked this question, my response may not be relevant to the particular scenario that the person laid out for this person. However, this is a universal question at heart. And so it's a great question, and I hope that my response will be illuminating for you and will help you in your life. So this person writes that a neighbor of his had been shot at, and so apparently somebody appeared at the doorstep of this neighbor with a gun and shot at the neighbor. The neighbor survived apparently because there was some kind of metal guard on the door that prevented the bullet from getting past. So understandably, this is scary, disturbing, unsettling. So what this person writes is, do I treat this like any other event, just admitting that I can't tell from the mind what has happened? Considering that the threat to our lives continues, how do I apply your teachings? So the first question, how do I just admit that I can't tell from the mind what has happened? And what I can say about this is that for sure you can tell the truth if you're searching for a strategy trying to change the feeling. If you're trying to get rid of the fear and you're looking for a strategy, then just tell the truth about that. Just see that that's what you're doing. And if you want to go even deeper than that in telling the truth, you can tell the truth that never, ever in your life have you ever fully satisfied yourself by getting rid of or attempting to get rid of fear. So that's what we're all programmed to do. That's what the culture teaches us. That's what we have all learned, is that we are to get rid of the fear. And we might have a multitude of strategies for that. We might try to go into the fear. We might try to avoid the fear. Some of the strategies might seem crazy to others. It doesn't matter. There are strategies for trying to deal with the fear, to keep it always at a distance, to always maintain separation from it. That's our goal. And it's a painful one. So when you can recognize that and tell the truth about it, then for the first time, you're open to a new possibility. So then the second question, considering that the threat to our lives continues, how do I apply your teachings? And an important point here is that the threat to your life is no greater after your neighbor was shot at than before your neighbor was shot at. It's only in the mind spinning a story about this, which is always about special me and what I need to do in order to protect myself and make myself okay, that this actually seems true, that there's a greater threat to life now versus before. But really, honestly, if you take a look, you can see that this is not true. The real truth is that at any moment, there's equal threat, because anything could happen. An airplane could crash into your house. You could be in a car accident. You could drop dead of a heart attack. Anything could happen. So the actual threat to life is always equal, and it's only in the mind that it seems otherwise. So it goes on to say that this person writes that I'm also tempted to think about the implications for the future, such as I'm not really afraid of this happening to me too. I've had a long life already, and I must leave this life somehow, so why not this way? But I feel even this is not necessary, though perhaps as a temporary comfort it is helpful. And that's exactly right. You can see how the strategies don't stop. The strategies trying to deal with it, trying to manage it, trying to fix it, trying to do something about it, anything other than just allowing the bare, naked, raw fear, the raw energy of it, not turning to the mind to tell you what it is, where it came from, what you need to do about it, but to actually remain with this as it is, That's the one thing that we cannot strategize our way to, because it's the one thing that is absolutely effortless. It actually requires complete vulnerability, and it only is clear to us when we cease to make the effort to get somewhere, to fix something, to understand something, to do something about it. When we just remain with the directness of our experience, without grasping, without turning away, without running, and we just remain here, not knowing, not grasping for understanding, just here, just remaining open, just receiving this experience as it is, just telling the truth, not in an effortful way, not digging around for the right truth, but the actual truth, which is that this is happening. I don't know what this is. I don't know what it means, but it is happening, and I am here, and I am actually open and vulnerable to this. That's what you can always know for sure. That's what's always accessible. And these experiences of heightened intensity or heightened charge, our tendency, because of our conditioning, is to view them as problems that we need to get away from or fix or do something about. But actually, what I have discovered in my own experience, and what many others have discovered in their experience, and what I would like to invite you to discover in your own experience, is that these experiences of heightened charge or intensity are actually offering us the deepest, most intimate gift, because it's inviting us to just finally drop the pretense, to drop the effort, to drop all of the struggle to try and protect ourselves, and to actually just be vulnerable to this experience as it is. Now, I want to be clear, I'm not suggesting that if somebody's holding a gun to your head, that you need to simply allow them to pull the trigger and shoot a hole in your head. That's still more of the mind's strategizing. That's the mind trying to do something with this. What I'm proposing is that really, if you get serious about this and you really tell the deepest truth, you will see in your actual experience, no matter what happens, no matter whether it seems like there's nothing going on and you're bored, or it's a life or death situation, or anything in between, that whatever is happening is really inviting you just to receive this experience effortlessly. It's inviting you to set down the burden of trying to be somebody, and to actually just be yourself as you are, naked. And it's surprising, because we've been taught that that's the wrong place, that we should go anywhere other than there. But when we really just are still and receive this as it is, not with an agenda of how it's supposed to be or how it will be when we receive it, without trying to change the intensity of the experience, or change the content of the experience, or have a timeline, but we just are willing to actually be present to our own experience without leaping to conclusions and ideas about what it is. That this is where real freedom is found. This is where real peace is found. No longer at war with your own experience. So I hope this has been a helpful response. And as always, if you have a question that you would like to ask, you can go to joeylott.com/ask. That's JOEYLOTT.com/ask. And if you're interested in my current events and anything else, you can go to joeylott.com/now, NOW. All right. Thanks. Bye for now.